Before we start off with today's video, I want to talk to you guys about my friends over at Sew Avant-Garde. So Sew Avant-Garde is a place where you can go and you can explore a wide range of niche perfumery. So much variety. They have discovery sets, they have samples. They have a lot to offer for those looking to elevate their collection, those who are curious about other things, of other qualities, of other brands in perfumery. All right, so save yourself some money. Use my code DEDRICK10. DEDRICK10 gets you 10% off on anything on Sew Avant-Garde. All right, so I know a lot of people are really in love with the brand of Mind Games as well. So I got something for you too. You want to head over to Mind Games and do some discovery, do some searching, do some looking, save yourself some money by using Dedrick10 as well over at mindgames.com. All right, so head over there, see what you like, see what you're interested in. I recommend sampling. All right, and then you can get your good feel if you want to make a purchase from Sew Avant-Garde or mindgames.com. All right, so y'all check it out. Let me know what you guys get into, what you guys like. Let me know down below in the comments, man. And happy exploring for sure. All right, let's get started with today's video. YouTube, what's going on, YouTube? What is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, you got one more time, DEDRICKHJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. Positive energy, positive vibes. Y'all know how we rock out here in this channel, man. Positive vibes only. All right, so we are back with the 2024 installment of the 10 fragrances that my wife loves on me. What she finds sexy on me. These are the 10. Like, you know, it was very fun to watch her put this list together. It was very hard for her to do. She had some honorable mentions that I was like, nah, I wanted to be a hard choice for you. And, you know, she struggled to put this 10 together, but ultimately she did just that. I influenced her in no way. She just pulled them out the cabinet, set them on the table, and that was that. And now we're here recording the video. So I've done this video, I think, 2 other times. This is the 3rd installment, I believe, of this video. And each and every year I update the list because you guys want to know. I'm often getting comments from, you know, you guys, hey, what does she likes on you? You know, what are some of her favorites? And then I get ladies hit me up saying, you know, they want to get something for their boyfriend or their husbands. You know, can you help me out by telling me what your wife likes on you? You know, questions like that. So that's where the video started. I continue to get those conversations and questions, and that's why I decided to make this a yearly video. All right, so maybe next year I'll bring her on, or we'll do a live stream. I'll bring my wife on, and, you know, we can have some chat with her explaining why. All right, but I have some good stories. I have some good conversation about the 10 that she selected. So let's go ahead and tap in. All right, up first from the House of Kajal. I'm not surprised that she chose this. Just wore this on our anniversary trip to Savannah, Georgia, just a few weeks back, celebrating 11 years of marriage. And she loves this one. From the House of Kajal, we're talking Lamar. We are talking Lamar. All right, beautiful rose, pineapple, saffron, you know, fruity, sexy florals. That pineapple is beautiful in here. Every time I wear it, it's a positive reaction. Every time I wear it, she's complimenting and having a conversation with me about it. And I always get the every time that I put this on. So, and I tend to wear this a lot during the summer evenings if we're going out, like summer nights, spring nights. I know that she loves this, and this is one on the short list when we're going out in the evening time that I wear. So she makes it very clear how she feels about this fragrance, and it just hasn't changed. So I'm not surprised she chose this. From the House of Kajal, we're talking about Lamar. We are talking about Lamar. All right, up next, probably, I think, yeah, this is one of my most, I think it is the most recent addition to my collection, and her reaction was like none other smelling this for the first time. Of course, I have tons of fragrances, and we often have conversations about them, and she has a great collection herself. But I hadn't quite seen her react and respond the way that she did with this one. And what am I talking about? From the House of Sospetto, we're talking Dolce Melodia. Dolce Melodia. I gotta salute my guy, Tazo, the reviewer. Shout out Tazo, because if it wasn't for him sending this on a Decant swap video, I don't know if and when I would have got my nose on this. But not surprised that she selected this. Getting ready to go out, while we were out of town celebrating an anniversary. I'm in the hotel bathroom, getting myself together, sprayed on a couple sprays. She's out front in the living room area, and she just, what is that? Wow, what is that? Come here. And I, come walking out. She's smelling me and making conversations. Like, oh my God, yes, don't wear anything else this weekend, quote unquote, from her. So I was like, wow, you really feeling this? And just throughout the night, the rest of the evening, and even first thing in the morning, because it was still on my skin. We were waking up, getting ready to start our day, and she still was talking about this fragrance. So a unique experience for me, listening and watching her reactions to this fragrance. So I'm not surprised that it's on her top 10 list for me, from the house of Sospetto. We're talking Dolce Melodia. All right. Up next, a fragrance, and I quote, she has told me, hey, don't wear that fragrance if I'm not with you, unquote. From the house of Navitus Parfums, we're talking Viva More. Now, Viva Moore's overlap from the last list, and she loves this fragrance. This is a Creed Aventus Baccarat 540 mashup, and it's done really, really well. Great performer, very sexy. The pineapple in here is very fruity and rich. The saffron has a nice sweet and spicy tone. And it just has a lot of different layers to this fragrance with that mashup of Creed Aventus and Baccarat Rouge 540. But it's something about it that she's attracted to, and she's attracted to me. So the combination of both really causes some fun times when I pull this fragrance out. So I knew that this was going to be on the list from past experiences, and this is a carryover from the 2023 list. So from the house of Navitus Parfums, we're talking Viva More. Really good fragrance, very sexy. All right. Up next, from the house of Jean-Paul Gaultier, all right, we have La Beau, the EDT. She was coming back home from out of town. I met her in the garage to help her with the bags in the house. She walks by me. She walks up to me. We hug each other, embrace each other, hadn't seen each other in a couple days. And she's sniffing under my neck. What is that? Is that something new? And at that time, I was smelling a tester that I had. And it smells so good. The coconut, the bergamot, the tonka bean. And she went on and on and on in the garage before we even made it into the house about this fragrance. So I purchased the bottle, and she was like, yes, you need that in your collection. So it's one that I wear in the summertime, and it's one that she's attracted to, and she lets it be known for sure. So and I had her smell the Le Parfum, and she was like, oh, it smells good, but I like this one better. So this is what we're rocking with, and personally, I like this better too. I like this better than the Le Parfum, but it is good. From the house of Jean-Paul Gaultier, all right, we have La Beau, the EDT. The EDT, really great summer fragrance. The coconut in it is beautiful. All right. Up next, no surprise, not going to spend long on this. This is the number one fragrance in my collection, but my wife also appreciates this. This is like that go-to fragrance for me through any situation, and she knows that too. And she was with me the first time I smelled this fragrance, and when I purchased it. What am I talking about? From the house of Chanel. We got Bleu de Chanel, the Parfum. Bleu de Chanel, the Parfum. Again, no surprise that she is a fan of this. Every time she smells it, she was like, oh, that is you in a bottle. Fits you. You smell so good. Like, this is you in a bottle. Matter of fact, a lot of the ladies in my family have complimented me. My sister gets me every time. She'll walk by. She'll pick it up when I have it on. And I tend to wear it to like the family gatherings and things like that often. And she's, oh, you got on that Chanel, huh? Don't you? So shout out to Jocelyn for showing love when I got on that Bleu de Chanel Parfum. But the wife loves this. This is one of the ones that she just loves to smell off of me. She enjoys, especially, the way that I'm dressed and I'm groomed and how I'm smelling. This is a great combination for her. And I think she would probably say so too. If I had to get rid of them all, she probably will want me to keep this one out of everything. But I guess I'd have to ask her, right? But this made her top 10. From the house of Chanel, we got Bleu de Chanel, the Parfum. This stuff is incredible. All right. Up next, a discontinued fragrance. It's sad that it's gone. I really wish I would have got a bigger bottle or a backup bottle, but I think I have enough juice to wear, especially for her to enjoy when we're out and about. And I love these too. Well, I love all of these. So that's a big plus too, that I love to wear them just as love that she loves to enjoy them. But from the house of Giorgio Armani, sucks this is discontinued. We have Acqua di Gio, Absolute. So this is Absolute and Invictus smash up. You get a beautiful pear note in here, but you get that Acqua di Gio DNA Invictus Acqua di Gio bash or smash up, mash up. It's really, really good. And to me, this is one of the better ones from the house. And it sucks that it's going away. But I think I have enough to, like I say, carry me on probably for the rest of my life. I hope so. But she does love Hawas and Invictus Parfum. She loves those as well. But it's always something about this one that she goes back to. So, and I need to wear this one this summer. The next time we go out during the day, as the summer days are dwindling to an end, I need to bring this out. But this is one of the first ones that she grabbed and was like, oh yeah, put that on the list. And I knew that. And this was overlap from the last list as well, from the house of Giorgio Armani. Of course, I knew she was gonna put this on here. Acqua di Gio, Absolute. Acqua di Gio, Absolute. Really good stuff. All right, up next, again, sometimes her reactions to certain fragrances really take me back, you know, really have me saying, you know, that's really, really interesting that she feels this way about it. But this one right here, every time, this is one that I like to wear to dinner when me and her are going out, like to a very nice, you know, maybe a classy, upscale place. This is one that I like to wear, and she picks it up from the house of Rojas. We have Moustache, the EDP. Moustache, the EDP. Again, a really dope reaction to this fragrance. The very first time that I wore it, yes, this puts you in the mind of Tuxedo, but this is a benzoin heavy version of that. You get some rolls in here. The combo of the two are just sensational, and it is beautiful, man. And I have a smaller backup to this, like a 75 or 50 ml, whatever comes in. I don't know if I ever get to it because this is a 125, but due to the fact that I know my wife really loves it a lot, then I was blessed with a second bottle, so I keep that in the tuck. Just in case she kind of says, keep wearing that if we're going out. But really good stuff here. It's perfect for a date night. It's not a beast mode of a performer, but you get around that 5 to 6 hours of solid performance. And for me, about a good 4 hours for a great date. You know, that's probably usually the time frame for us, you know, for the date. But if anything carries over, you know, to that, we're probably out of town somewhere and just making a whole night out of it. But you know, when we're just kind of floating around, going to dinner, maybe a movie, going to a lounge, you know, hanging out maybe with some friends, right around that 4 or 5 hour mark, it's perfect. And I kind of figured this would be on the list, so very definitely not surprised that it made it here. So Mrs. Hicks loves this one from the house of Rojas. We have Moustache, the EDP. This still smells sensational. It smells so good, don't get me wrong. One day I'm going to get Tuxedo, because that's like a fragrance I just want in my collection. But stuff like this holds me over, man, to not getting it. All right. Up next, she said that this is quite possibly the sexiest fragrance in my entire collection, and I'm not surprised that this fragrance is here this year. From the house of Paco Rabanne, they go by Rabanne now. We have 1 Million Lucky. 1 Million Lucky. Now, this is a fragrance that often has been teased of being discontinued. It is going away, you know, limited supplies. I mean, for years now. But it seems that it is here to stay, and thank you for that, Paco Rabanne, because what this has, the plum, the hazelnut, the aldehydes in the opening of this, it's just beautiful and sexy. And the best from the 1 Million line. I know Privé and the Parfum get a lot of love. The original, I know people love their versions, but my favorite, hands down, is 1 Million Lucky. And the plum note, yes. Hazelnut, yes. That honey, yes. It's so good. And, you know, my wife blushes with me wearing this fragrance. The last time I wore this was back late last year. It was cooler out, and we were going to one of her friends. She was having a birthday party at her home. And I put this on, and we were in the bathroom getting ready to head out, and she just like grabbed my shoulder, and she was like, like just smelling me before we walking out the door in the car, like she's holding my hand in the car, and you know, just kind of got that type of vibe. And this is one of her favorites, so I'm not surprised. But Mrs. Hicks loves her some 1 Million Lucky. This is really sexy stuff. And it's really good. From the House of Paco Rabanne, we have 1 million lucky. Not surprised at all that this is making an appearance. All right. 2 more left to discuss, and it was really funny how she described the next choice here. From the House of Argos, we have Triumph of Bacchus. She's smelling this, getting ready for the video, and she goes, oh yeah, because when it's cold outside. Because when it's cold outside, this stuff smells good. And then she pauses and she's smelling the atomizer like a and just sits it on the table. So this was just a no-brainer. That's what I took from it. This was a no-brainer. This is one that she wanted to be featured in this video, and I am so happy that she did. This is the best tobacco fragrance in my collection, but it's super sexy. It's confident. It has masculine tones to it. The fruity white peach. It's just beautiful, and this is a very attractive fragrance. There is an extrait de parfum. I mean, it's an extrait de parfum version out there. I've never smelled it. Maybe one day I will, but I'm not looking to engage with it like that to add a bottle, because I have this and I'm just fine with this. Performs great, of high quality, luxury, and my wife loves it. She lets it be known. From the House of Argos, we have Triumph of Bacchus on Mrs. Hicks' top 10 list for 2024. All right. And last but not least, again, when I go to work, which is very early in the morning, sometimes she will text me, oh my God, that smells good. You smell amazing. What is that? I can smell it in our bedroom. You know, it's just going on, and I'm getting this text message at 4 in the morning. Because like I said, I have to be to work very early. And what fragrance is that? She compliments this very heavily. From the House of Bond number 9. She loves Lafayette Street. And Lafayette Street is a compliment banger. It is a compliment banger. I, for one, am not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan of the Bond number 9 house, but there are ones that I appreciate. But this is the one that I appreciate the most. Florals, citruses, clean musk. Just beautiful. It's a beautiful fragrance with mass appealing, complimenting factors to it, and my wife loves this one for sure. So it's really good. I'm not surprised she's complimented. Well, I am surprised that this made the top 10. I take that back. I am, because I didn't know she would remember to go there with Lafayette Street, but she did. She did remember to go there, and this made the list. So at not number 10, but the 10th fragrance of this video, from the House of Bond number 9, we're talking Lafayette Street. Lafayette Street from the House of Bond number 9. All right, so there you have it. Those are Mrs. Hicks's top 10 fragrances that she loves to smell on me, love for me to wear. Most of these fragrances have been date night situations, me and her hanging out, certain situations like that where, you know, we're just in each other's presence at a very close and intimate time. I guess not, because I got to go to work. So going to work, 2 of those. Yeah, 2 of the 10 she's complimented and you know, going to work or going out or something like that, you know, if she's not coming. But like I said, the majority of this list, these fragrances have spent a lot of time with me and her, with me wearing the fragrance. So down below, fellas, ladies, what are some of your favorite, what are some of your spouses, your wives, your husbands, your girlfriends, your boyfriends, your crush, whoever, whatever the label is, only y'all know that. Whatever the label is, what are some of the ones that your significant lover / love interest, hey, what are some of the ones that they love on you? Let me know down below in the comments. We'll really love to read those and look forward to hearing what you guys have to say. Were there some that didn't make this list that I was surprised about? Yes, there were a couple that I thought would be here, but they didn't make the list. But of course, we have 2025, Lord willing, and we'll see if the list changes that much, which I'm sure that it will, or will it stay the same, which I'm sure that it probably won't. But we'll just have to see. All right, y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Appreciate all the love, support. Thank you guys for everything. I don't take it for granted. I appreciate y'all for sure. All right. So as always, positive energy, positive vibes. Splack it up, splack it out, splack it that thing all around. And remember, remember, what you give out into this world, what you put out into this world. I'm missing my own thing. That's crazy. What you put out to this world is exactly where you are going to get back. Maybe I'll put something out into the world. I need to check myself on with me messing up right now. Let's figure it out. All right. Peace, y'all. Splacker to the next one. Yeah, it's a fragrance on here that, baby, hey.